Thinking your way to English success. Introduction. Do you try hard to learn English, but it feels like you're not getting better? Have you tried many ways to study, but you still feel stuck? Or maybe you want to learn English, but you don't know how to get good at it and feel sure of yourself. What if I told you the best tool for learning English is not in books or classes, but in your own head? Many people think learning a language is just about remembering words and rules. That's part of it, but there is a bigger, stronger secret to doing well. This book is based on the idea that our thoughts and feelings can bring us what we want. This is often called the law of attraction. Think about it. If you always believe you are bad at English, your mind will find ways to show you that it's true. But what if you start to believe, with all your heart, that you can learn English and speak it well? This is where our main idea comes in, how you think and the law of attraction for learning languages. It means that the way you think about learning English has a big effect on how well you learn. If you think about your dreams of speaking English well, if you feel happy about learning, and if you truly believe you can do it, you are making it easier for yourself to learn. It's like setting a clear goal for your English learning. When you put your energy and belief into that goal, you start to see chances and answers you might have missed before. This book will show you how to use this strong way of thinking with good ways to learn English. In Thinking Your Way to English Success, we will learn exactly how to use this good way of thinking and the law of attraction to get better at English. You will learn how to find and change any bad thoughts you have about learning English. We will share easy, but good ways to think well every day, so you feel more sure of yourself and want to learn more. You will find simple steps to focus on your English goals using your imagination and belief to help you reach them. We will also talk about how to stop being afraid to speak and how to make learning English not just a success, but also fun. This book is your guide to using all your power. It is made to be easy to understand, like a good friend showing you things one by one. We believe that with the right way of thinking, anyone can reach their English dreams. Are you ready to stop feeling sad and start seeing real success? Are you ready to feel sure of yourself when you speak and understand English? Your path to speaking English well starts here with the power of your own thoughts. Let's start this fun trip together. 1. Learning English with a positive mindset. Imagine you have a special garden. You want to grow beautiful flowers. If you always think, these seeds will not grow, or I am not good at gardening, what do you think will happen? The seeds might not grow as well. Your garden might not be as pretty as it could be. Your thoughts are like the sun and water for your garden. If you give it good thoughts, it will grow strong and pretty. Learning English is like that garden. Your mind is a very strong tool. How you think about learning English makes a big difference. If you believe you can learn, you will find ways to learn. If you think it is too hard, your mind will look for reasons why it is hard. This is the first big step on our trip, believing in yourself. It is like saying to yourself, yes, I can do this. This belief is the start of your success. If you do not believe, the seed will not even start to grow. When you wake up each morning, instead of thinking, oh no, I have to practice English today, try thinking, great. A new chance to learn something new in English. This small change in your thoughts can make a big change in how you learn. Think about your brain like a magnet. What kind of magnet do you want it to be? Do you want it to pull in problems and confusion? Or do you want it to pull in success and understanding? A good way of thinking is like a strong magnet that pulls in good things for your English learning. It pulls in the right things to help you learn, like interesting books or helpful websites. It pulls in people who can help you, maybe a kind teacher or a friendly person to talk to. It even pulls in moments when something suddenly makes sense. When you are excited and hopeful about learning, it feels like everything works with you. Good things happen. Things just seem to work out. It is not magic, but it feels like it. It is the power of your focused, good energy bringing what you need to you. Many people learning feel scared. They are afraid of making mistakes. They worry about saying the wrong words. Or they get upset when they do not understand something right away. These feelings are normal, but if you let them stay, they become like a wall. This wall stops you from learning. A good way of thinking helps you see these feelings in a different way. A mistake is not a failure. It is a chance to learn. If you say a word wrong, you can learn the right way. If you do not understand a sentence, you can ask for help or look it up. Your mind can become a place where hard things are seen as steps forward, not as walls. Instead of feeling stuck, you feel like trying to find a way around or over the problem. You learn to be patient with yourself, knowing that learning takes time. One of the best ways to use your good way of thinking is by imagining. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself speaking English. What does it sound like? Can you hear yourself talking easily, without stopping? Can you understand what other people are saying? Imagine yourself in a place where you need to speak English, maybe ordering food in a cafe or talking to a new friend. See yourself doing it perfectly. Feel the happiness and confidence. This is not just dreaming. This is like practicing in your mind. When you see yourself doing well, your brain starts to believe it can happen. It gets you ready. It makes you feel more prepared. This practice in your mind makes the real thing feel more familiar and less scary. It is like watching a movie of your success before it happens. When you truly like something, you want to do it more. Being excited about learning English is a big part of a good way of thinking. If you are excited about learning new words, about understanding a song, or about watching a movie without reading the words at the bottom, learning becomes fun. When learning is fun, you do not feel like you are working hard. You just feel like you are playing and exploring. This enjoyment keeps you going, even when things are a little hard. It makes you curious. You want to find out more. This natural curiosity is a powerful engine for learning. It is the opposite of feeling like you have to study. It is the joy of finding things out. Let's think about how you talk to yourself in your head. When you try to speak English and make a mistake, what do you say to yourself? Do you think, I am so silly, I will never learn this? Or do you think, oops, that was not quite right. Let me try again? Your inner talk is the constant conversation you have with yourself in your head. If this conversation is mostly bad, it will take away your will to learn. It will make you feel tired and sad. It will make you want to give up. But if your inner talk is good and encouraging, it will lift you up. It will give you the energy to keep trying. How can you change this inner voice? It starts with noticing what you say to yourself. For example, if you read a sentence in English and do not understand it, your bad inner voice might say, "This is too hard for me." To change this, you can practice saying something different, like, "This sentence is a little tricky, but I can figure it out. Maybe I need to look up one word." This is called an affirmation. It is a good statement that you repeat to yourself. You can create affirmations for your English learning. For example, I'm a good English learner. Every day, my English gets better. I enjoy practicing English. I am confident when I speak English. Say these affirmations out loud or write them down every day. The more you say them, the more your mind will start to believe them. It is like planting good seeds in your mind. The law of attraction says that what you focus on, you draw to you. So, if you focus on your weaknesses in English, you will draw more weaknesses. If you focus on your strengths and your successes, you will draw more successes. This does not mean ignoring your problems. It means choosing where you put your energy. Instead of always thinking about how bad your pronunciation is, focus on the progress you have made. Be happy about the words you can say clearly. Focus on the joy of understanding a new word. This focus moves your energy from what is wrong to what is right and what can be made even better. Let's meet Sarah. Sarah wanted to learn English. She bought many books and watched many videos. But she felt stuck. Every time she tried to speak, her heart would beat fast. She would think, "What if I say something wrong? Everyone will laugh." She would get upset when she could not find the right word. She started to think, "Maybe I am just not good at languages." This thought made her feel sad and tired. She almost gave up. One day, Sarah read a little about thinking positively. It seemed strange at first. How could thinking differently help her learn English? But she was desperate. So she decided to try. She started by changing her inner voice. Instead of saying, "I am not good at languages," she started telling herself, "I am learning English and I am getting better every day." When she made a mistake, she would say, "That's okay, I'll try again." Then she started to imagine. Every night before bed, she would close her eyes and imagine herself having a happy conversation in English. She saw herself smiling, understanding everything, and speaking clearly. She imagined herself feeling proud and confident. She also started to focus on what she could do. She noticed the English words she already knew. She enjoyed listening to English songs and trying to catch the words. She felt a little spark of excitement when she understood a phrase. She started to feel more hopeful. Slowly, things began to change for Sarah. She started feeling less afraid. She began to offer to speak in her English class, even if she made mistakes. Her classmates and teacher were kind and helpful. She found a language partner online and they had fun practicing together. She realized that when she focused on learning and felt good about it, good things just seemed to happen. She found new apps that made learning fun, found a podcast she loved, and even made new friends who also loved learning English. Sarah's English did not become perfect right away. There were still hard days. But her way of thinking had changed. She no longer saw learning as a struggle. She saw it as an adventure. She believed she could do it, and because she believed, she drew the help and chances she needed. Her garden of English was finally starting to bloom beautifully. This trip for Sarah shows us that our thoughts are not just thoughts. They are powerful instructions to our minds and to the world around us. By choosing to think positively about learning English, you are not just changing how you feel, you are actively making a path for success. You are telling your mind to look for solutions, to be open to learning, and to draw the things you need. You are setting yourself up to learn more easily and to enjoy the process much more. By choosing to have a good way of thinking, you are not just changing how you feel about learning English. You are actively shaping your life and getting ready for great progress. Now that we understand the basic power of our thoughts, let's explore how to use the special rules of the law of attraction to make your English journey faster. 2. Harnessing the power of positive thinking. Your thoughts are like seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, you will grow plants of worry. But if you plant seeds of belief, you will grow a garden of success. This is the magic of thinking positively when you learn English. It's not just about feeling good. It's about helping to shape your learning and getting the results you want. Think of it like this. Your mind is a strong magnet. When you truly believe you can learn English, you send out a strong signal. This signal brings good chances, kind teachers, the words you need to hear, and the understanding you want. This is a big part of how the law of attraction works for learning languages. You focus on what you want to speak English well, and your strong belief helps bring it closer. Many people get stuck in what we call a fixed mindset. This is when you believe you can't change how good you are at things. You might think, "I'm just not good at languages," or "my brain doesn't understand grammar." When you think this way, every mistake feels like proof that you are right, and every hard thing feels like a wall you can't climb. This is where thinking positively becomes your special power. It helps you change to a growth mindset. In this mindset, hard things are not failures, they are chances to learn and become stronger. You start to see difficult grammar rules not as puzzles you can't solve, but as interesting problems to figure out. Imagine two people learning a tricky new verb tense. One person, with a fixed mindset, might sigh and say, "I will never understand this. It's too hard." They might even stop trying. Their thoughts are like a heavy blanket, making learning feel impossible. The other person, with a growth mindset helped by positive thinking, might say, "This is a little confusing, but I will figure it out. Maybe I can find a video that explains it, or ask my teacher for a different example." This person sees the difficulty, knows it's there, but their belief that they can figure it out keeps them going. They are actively looking for answers, and their positive energy makes it feel less scary. This attitude is what helps them actually learn the tense, not just struggle with it. This positive way of thinking also brings great energy to your learning. When you are excited to learn English, you naturally want to do more. You want to practice speaking, even if you make mistakes. You pay more attention in class, and lessons feel more interesting. This excitement is like fuel for your learning. It makes the hard work feel less like work and more like an adventure. Think about trying to push a very heavy box. If you are tired, feeling sad, and thinking, "This is too heavy, I can't do it," your body feels weak, and the box feels even heavier. But if you are feeling full of energy, happy, and thinking, "Okay, let's do this. I can move this box," your body feels stronger and the task seems much easier. Positive thinking gives you that inner strength and energy for learning English. One of the biggest problems in learning languages is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding silly, fear of not being understood. This fear can make you freeze, unable to say even the words you know. Positive thinking is the answer to this fear. When you believe that mistakes are just a normal part of learning, like stumbling when you learn to walk, the pressure goes away. You start to see mistakes not as proof that you are weak, but as helpful information. This lets you relax, try out the language, and gain the confidence you need to speak more easily. How does a learner's belief in their ability to learn English directly affect their actual learning, and what happens, according to the law of attraction? It's a cool cycle. When you truly believe you can learn English, your brain becomes more open to getting new information. You start seeing English words and phrases everywhere, on signs, in songs, in conversations. You are more likely to look for chances to practice, maybe by joining a group to talk or watching English. Move is your inner mind, which is very important for the law of attraction, notices this strong belief and starts working to make it real. It's like you are telling the universe, "I am ready to learn English," and the universe sends you what you need. This belief also changes how you handle hard things. Instead of giving up when you don't understand something, your belief makes you try a different way, ask questions, or look for more help. This active effort, driven by belief, leads to better learning. Your positive feeling that you will succeed becomes true. You're not just hoping to learn, you expect it, and that expectation guides your actions and what you notice, making success more likely. Let's look at the real, everyday differences in actions and feelings between an English learner who thinks positively and one who thinks negatively when they see a difficult new word or a confusing grammar rule. Imagine Sarah, who thinks positively. She is reading an article and finds a word she doesn't know. She doesn't get upset. Instead, she smiles a little, maybe thinking, "Oh, a new word. Let me see if I can guess what it means from the sentence." She might mark it and plan to look it up later. If she sees a confusing grammar rule, she might pause, read the sentence again, and then think, "This is a bit hard. I'll write it down and ask my teacher about it next time, or look for explanations online." Her feeling is one of wanting to know and wanting to fix things. She sees these as chances to learn more. Now, think about Mark, who struggles with negative thinking. He is reading the same article and sees the same word he doesn't know. His first reaction is a sigh and a thought, "Great, another word I don't know. This is no use." He might just skip it, feeling sad. If he sees that confusing grammar rule, his inner talk might be, "See? I told you I'm bad at English. I can never understand this stuff. Why even bother?" He might close the book feeling like he lost. His feeling is one of giving up and being annoyed. He sees the difficulty as his own fault, which stops him from even trying to understand. The difference in their actions is big. Sarah actively works with the challenge, trying to get past it, while Mark pulls back and gives up. This difference in how they handled the same problem is completely because of their mindset. Sarah's positive approach brings solutions and knowledge, while Mark's negative approach pushes them away and makes him feel even worse about himself. The power of positive thinking is not about ignoring problems. It's about facing them with the belief that you can find answers. It's about understanding that your inner state, your thoughts and beliefs, directly affects your ability to learn and your success. By choosing to have positive thoughts, you are not just changing how you feel, you are completely changing how you learn and what you can do. You are lining up with good energy, making the journey to speaking English fluently not just possible, but exciting and worth it. Now that we understand the main power of positive thinking, the next step is to learn how we can actively create this mindset, changing how we talk to ourselves and truly believing we can become fluent in English. This brings us to the practical tools and methods for saying what English you want to achieve. 3. Understanding the law of attraction. Sometimes things just work out easily, and other times it feels like you are fighting a big river. It's like the world is either helping you or not. There's a powerful idea that explains this, called the law of attraction. Think of the world like a mirror. What you send out, it sends back to you. The law of attraction is a simple idea. Good things attract good things. This means that the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you think about the most often tend to bring similar things into your life. It's not about magic. It's about knowing that your inside world, your thoughts and feelings, can change your outside world, your experiences. For us learning English, this is very important. If you think, English is too hard, I will never learn it, then English will probably feel hard. But if you start thinking, I am learning English, and I am getting better each day, you will start to see your progress and find more chances to learn and practice. Your thoughts are like seeds. If you plant a seed of doubt, you will grow problems. If you plant a seed of believing in yourself and what's possible, you will grow success. It might sound strange, but think about it. Our minds are always sending out signals. The law of attraction says these signals attract things that are like them. So, if you are often worried about learning English, you might find more confusing rules or awkward talks. But if you are excited and believe you can learn, you might find helpful videos, meet nice people to practice with, or understand hard things more easily. This is about what you believe. We all have beliefs about ourselves and the world. Some beliefs help us, like I am a good person. Others hurt us, like I am not good at learning languages. These beliefs act like a filter. If you believe you are bad at languages, your mind will look for proof of that. It will notice every mistake and ignore every small win. The law of attraction wants us to see these limiting beliefs and choose helpful ones instead. Instead of I'm bad at languages, try thinking, I can learn English, or my English is getting better every day. Changing your belief is like changing how you see your learning. Mistakes are not proof of failure but steps to speaking well. It's not just what you think. It's also how you feel. Feelings are like the energy for your thoughts. A thought without feeling is like a car without gas. If you think, I want to speak English well, but you feel worried. That bad feeling can make your good thought weaker. The law of attraction works best when your thoughts and feelings match. So, if you want to speak English well, try to feel what it would be like. Imagine talking with confidence and feeling happy about what you say. This good feeling is a strong signal that attracts more good things for your goal. It's like choosing to listen to happy music instead of sad music. Let's see how a learner can change from thinking negatively to thinking positively in a way that feels real. When you are struggling, it's hard to suddenly feel very happy. The key is small, regular steps. Instead of trying to feel super happy about learning a hard grammar rule, start by seeing that you tried. You can say to yourself, I tried my best today to understand this. Or, it's okay that this is hard. Many people find it hard, and I am still trying. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about being kind to yourself and seeing your effort. Then, you can start using positive sentences like short, good statements you say to yourself. These are not just words, they help your mind believe them. For example, if you often think, I can't understand people speaking English, you can start by saying, I am learning to understand people speaking English. You might not fully believe it at first, and that's okay. The more you say it, and the more you try to feel hope when you say it, the more your mind will start to accept it. It's like training a muscle. You start with light weights and get stronger. So, how does the law of attraction really help an English learner, beyond just being lucky? It's often in small changes that lead to big results. Imagine you feel sad about your speaking. You start saying good things about speaking and try to feel more confident. Suddenly, you might be in a situation where you must speak English, like in a store or asking for directions. Because you have been thinking about speaking and feeling more confident, you might speak more clearly than you thought you could. This good experience makes you believe you can speak English, creating a good cycle. Another example, maybe you wish you could find someone to practice English with. You have been thinking about connecting and talking. Then, one day, you talk to someone at a coffee shop, and they are also learning English, or they are a native speaker who likes to help learners. This is not just chance. Your strong wish and positive energy may have made you more open to these meetings and more likely to notice them. It can also be about the learning tools you find. You might be looking for a new way to learn words, and suddenly you find a great app or a YouTube channel that explains things perfectly for you. This tool might have been there all along, but perhaps your more positive and open mind helped you find it, or see how good it was. The law of attraction is not about waiting for things to happen. It's about making your inside world, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs match what you want to achieve. For English learners, this means practicing, studying, and using the language, but doing it with a positive and hopeful mind. It's the combination of focused wanting and smart action that brings results. Think about Sarah, a student who tried to learn English for years. She felt stuck. Every time she opened a book, she felt upset. Her main thought was, I'm not smart enough for English. She compared herself to others who learned fast and always felt behind. She heard about the law of attraction and decided to try it, even though she wasn't sure. First, she started noticing her bad thoughts. She wrote them down. This grammar is too hard. I can't say this word. Everyone else understands. Then she gently changed them. Instead of this grammar is too hard, she tried, this grammar is hard, but I can learn it slowly. Instead of I can't say this word, she said, I'm practicing my words, and I am getting better. She also used positive sentences. I can speak English well. Learning English makes me happy. She knew it would take time, and she didn't feel happy right away, but she kept going. She also focused on feeling success. She would close her eyes and imagine herself having a simple, friendly talk in English, feeling proud and understood. She imagined feeling happy when she understood a news report or a movie. This feeling was very important. In a few weeks, things started to change. She noticed she was less scared to speak, even if she made mistakes. She found a language partner online who was very patient and helpful. She started finding English songs with words she could follow, and she began to enjoy listening. One day, when ordering coffee, she had a short, clear talk with the person serving her without feeling scared. It was a small moment, but for Sarah, it was big. It was proof. It wasn't magic. It was her mind changing, her belief shifting, and her positive focus bringing more good experiences and chances. She was still working hard, but now she was working hard with hope and belief, and that made a big difference. So to remember, the law of attraction is about knowing that your regular thoughts and feelings send out a signal. This signal attracts experiences that match it. It's not just wishing for things. It's about making your inside world match what you want. For English learners, this means working on your mind, replacing bad beliefs with good ones, focusing on your progress, and feeling confident and excited about learning. Now that we understand how our thoughts and feelings can shape our lives, the next important step is to learn how to use this power for our English learning goals. We will learn how to set clear goals and have a positive mind that will bring you the success you deserve. 4. Using audiobooks for effective learning. Picture this: you are on a bus, or washing dishes, or just resting at home. What if, in these normal times, you could learn English without feeling like you were studying? This is where audiobooks can help. They can be your secret tool for success. Think of them like a soft, constant flow of English into your ears. This makes learning feel less like hard work and more like a fun trip. This is not just about hearing. It is about letting English into your life. When you choose to listen to an audiobook, you are deciding to be fully in it. This choice, this act of surrounding yourself with the sounds and rhythm of English, is a strong way to use the law of attraction. You are sending a clear sign that you want to learn, that you are ready to receive the language. It is like planting a small seed of English learning in your mind. The audiobook is the water and sun that helps it grow. You are making a place where English can grow well, just by making it part of your everyday life. This quiet, but very helpful, way of being in the language helps you pick it up naturally, almost without knowing it. One of the biggest problems for many English learners is the bad feeling the word studying brings. It often makes you think of many books, confusing grammar rules, and the pressure to do well. But what if we could change that feeling? What if, instead of studying, we thought of our audiobook time as having fun? When you pick an audiobook that you really like, a thrilling mystery, a touching story, or an interesting true topic, you are not just learning English. You are having fun. This change in how you see things is very important. By believing that listening to an audiobook can be a nice experience, you are setting a good intention. This good hope is like a magnet. It pulls good results. When you listen with joy, your mind is more open and ready to receive. You will find yourself paying more attention, remembering more, and wanting to keep going. This is not magic. It is the power of your thoughts working. Your good feelings create a good learning space inside you, making the language stick much more easily. Audiobooks are great for learning new words and understanding better. As you listen, you will hear new words spoken in a normal way, with the right sound and in real sentences. This is much better than just seeing a word in a book. You hear how it sounds, how it works with other words, and the feeling behind it. This helps you understand the meaning much faster and remember it for longer. To make it even stronger, if you can find an audiobook with a written text, use it. You can listen and read at the same time. When you hear a new word, you can see how it is written. This uses more of your senses. The more senses you use, the stronger the learning. It is like pulling new knowledge right into your brain by being curious and open to the words you hear. You are not just hearing, you are actively working with the language, pulling it to you. The wonderful thing about audiobooks is also repetition. Think about how many times you have heard your favorite song. You know all the words, right? Listening to an audiobook, especially a part you really liked or found a bit hard, many times has a similar effect. Each time you listen, you understand a little more. New words become familiar, and how sentences are put together becomes clearer. This constant hearing is like practicing good thoughts for your English learning. This is where we connect deeply with the law of attraction. When you keep hearing the same English sounds, words, and patterns, you are making your energy for English stronger. It is like tuning a radio to a certain channel. The more you listen, the clearer the signal gets, and the easier it is for you to get and use the English language. You are making yourself ready for the language you want to learn. You can listen when you go to work or school, when you are doing chores, or even when you are relaxing at night. This easy mixing means you are always learning, always bringing more English into your life. Let's think about Maria, a learner we have talked about before. Maria used to feel bad about English books. She would look at pages of grammar rules, her mind would wander, and the words felt like strangers. She tried flashcards, but they felt boring and not connected. She was trying hard, but her thoughts were about struggle and effort. She did not really believe she could enjoy learning English. Then she found audiobooks. At first, she was not sure. Could listening really help her as much as reading? She decided to try a simple detective story she had heard good things about. Before she started listening on her bus ride, she took a moment. She closed her eyes and whispered to herself, "I am ready to hear English. This story is exciting, and I will understand more each time I listen. English is coming to me easily." She chose a story with a voice she found nice. The first time, she did not hear every single word, but she understood the main idea of the part. She felt a small feeling of success. The next day she listened to the same part again. This time she noticed more details, more interesting words. She realized she was actually looking forward to her bus ride. She was not studying. She was being entertained, and the English was flowing in. Maria started to notice words she had seen before, but never truly understood. Now, hearing them in their place, with the speaker's clear voice, made them make sense. She began to connect the words with the exciting plot turns and the feelings of the people in the story. This feeling connection made the words stick. She was not forcing herself to remember, she was naturally picking them up. She found herself thinking about the story even when she was not listening, and often, English words and phrases would come to her mind, fitting the situation perfectly. She started listening to different kinds of audiobooks. Sometimes, she would pick something a little harder, and if she found it difficult, she would go back to a part she had already enjoyed. She learned that repeating was not boring. It was like making stronger the good feelings she was putting into her learning. She was actively bringing fluency by always choosing to be in English through something she truly liked. Her belief that learning could be fun was changing her results. She was no longer fighting the language. She was inviting it in, and it was answering. So, how can you, like Maria, choose to listen to an audiobook with a happy, attracting mind, instead of just listening without thinking? It starts with a clear idea. Before you press play, take a few seconds. You can quietly say to yourself, "I am ready to welcome new English words and phrases. This story is a gift of English for me. I am bringing understanding and fluency with every minute I listen. My mind is open and ready to learn." You can also imagine yourself understanding the story perfectly, feeling sure as you listen. Imagine the English words flowing into your mind and making sense. If you hear a word you don't know, instead of feeling unhappy, think, a new friend. I am bringing this word into my words. You can even stop for a moment and say, thank you for this new word. This clear act of thanks and openness changes your energy from one of struggle to one of receiving. It is about actively being part of the attraction, not just hoping for it. You are in charge of your learning, and your thoughts are your control. Besides just hearing words, how does the feeling connection to a story or narrator in an audiobook help you learn and remember more, which is part of the law of attraction's focus on feelings? This is where the very human part of learning really shines. When you feel a connection to a story, your brain lets out chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, which are linked to feeling good, getting rewards, and being close to others. These chemicals create a better place for memories to grow. Think about a movie you loved. You probably remember not just the story, but how it made you feel: excited, sad, happy, inspired. That feeling connection makes the details of the movie stick in your memory. The same is true for audiobooks. When a narrator's voice shows feeling, sadness, joy, fear, and you connect with that feeling, the words they are speaking become more important. They are not just sounds, they carry feelings. The law of attraction says that our feelings are strong attractors. If you listen to an audiobook and feel bored, your mind will not want the information. But if you feel interested, curious, and excited by the story and how the narrator speaks, you are sending a strong signal of interest and openness. This happy feeling state makes your brain more ready to learn. You are more likely to pay attention, to understand the small differences in the language, and to remember what you have heard because it is linked to a good feeling experience. The narrator's tone, their speed, their small changes in sound, all these add to the feeling of the story, and your feeling connection to that feeling is what helps the English language become part of you. It is like the language is being woven into your feelings, making it deeply stuck. By accepting audiobooks not just as a tool for learning, but as a source of enjoyment and being fully in it, English learners can strongly bring fluency and confidence into their lives, changing their learning journey into an exciting adventure. This happy involvement naturally makes way for our next look: using the power of learning by seeing. Conclusion: you have finished thinking your way to English success. This book was about changing how you think, not just about English, but about everything. Finishing this book is a big step. It shows you really want to get better. We learned that your thoughts are the most important part of learning English. They are like the engine that makes you go. You saw how thinking positively and expecting good things can help you learn, speak, and get really good at English. When you think in a good way and focus, you can get past hard parts, feel more sure of yourself, and find chances to do well. Your thoughts about your English skills are very strong. If you think you can learn, you are already halfway there. If you doubt yourself, you make it harder. Think of your mind like a garden. What you think about will grow. Good, sure thoughts are like good seeds that help your English words and speaking grow strong. Bad thoughts are like weeds that stop the good plants from growing. Expecting good things to happen is not magic. It's about putting your energy and focus on what you want. When you always think about speaking English well, believe you can do it, and take steps to make it happen, good things will come to you. You will find good teachers, good talks, good ways to learn, and good chances. You said you want to learn English, like I want to speak well in meetings or I want to watch movies without reading the words. You started to believe you can do these things, even if it takes time and work. You changed I can't to I will. This means you are ready for new chances. You will see when a new English show comes out or when a friend offers to practice with you. You will be ready to get the learning that comes to you. Your good thoughts make you believe, and your belief helps you get good things. They work together to make your English story a success. This way of thinking, looking at your mind and what you want, is very strong for people learning English. The best part is when you use these ideas every day. Keep saying good things about yourself. Say them out loud, write them down, and feel them. I speak English well. Learning English is easy and fun for me. For a few minutes each day, imagine yourself speaking English well, talking to people, and getting what you want. See it, feel it, believe it. When you read, listen, speak, or write in English, think in a good and curious way. See every hard part as a chance to get better. Be thankful for the English you know now and for the progress you are making. Being thankful makes your good energy grow. Look for ways to use your English, even if it feels a little scary at first. Remember, good things will come to you when you are ready for them. Now you have great tools. You are not just learning, you are making your English success happen. Your mind is your superpower. It is the special thing that will change how you learn and help you be your best. Imagine the new doors that will open for you. New jobs, better friendships with people all over the world, being able to enjoy English movies and shows, and feeling proud of yourself. This is what thinking your way to English success offers, not just better English, but a better, stronger you. I know that if you keep using these ideas, you will do very well in learning English. Keep thinking good thoughts, keep believing in yourself, and keep getting the success you deserve. Your English journey shows how strong your mind is. Use it, enjoy it, and let your thoughts lead you to speaking well and even more. Thank you for being with me on this journey.